The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 6, titled Hounded. This is the world's merging episode where you kind of... I also call this, like, I hope I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. I'm seeing how how everything's gonna turn out in the end episode, where it's like you knew the worlds were gonna merge, you knew all these things, and you know that everything's kind of setting up for the two brothers to figure out what side they're going to be on, because they're both on two sides, but they haven't seen each other yet. But I like the foreplay, like the foreplay of what they're doing with the brothers, because they still haven't seen each other yet, but they know they're still around, which is kind of cool. This is also the Rick is back to being a sane person again, and it's like, I guess it's what you call this episode the zombie way of mourning, because Rick picks up a phone call that the phone call doesn't work, and he's like figuring out how he felt about his wife, because his wife's dead now, and what he needs to do next, and how he needs to be a leader, which is kind of like psychedelic, but I guess it's the zombie way of mourning quick, because you have to mourn quick, right? Because all these people are dying. And of course, this is what I meant before, where I said this is like, I know you kind of see it going a mile away. You knew the governor and Lori were going to sleep together, and there's going to be some sort of romance involved in that, and like you're just hoping that it's not just going to be a basic setup of the war between these two worlds. Rick's war is going to win because they're in season 3, and you know they've been signed off for a few more years, and Rick, of course, is the main character, so his team's going to win, and you're going to see the two brothers kind of merging in the end and trying to figure out what's going to happen. So it's almost like a zombie Hatfields and McCoys going on in the end, where that they're using like very famous like storylines and kind of the merging of the zombie world, where at the same time you kind of wonder, like, the zombies are the enemy, so why can't we all just be friends? But then you can say that about anything, I guess, in what's going on in our society today, and that's what I think is what this season's getting away from, where they had in the first 2 seasons, where there was always an allegory on today's world, what was going on in today's world, where it's more about, this season seems more about the comic book and about the comic book journey, and of course the easy way to say that is that Frank Darabont is not on the show anymore, and he was more a thematic creator than the other ones are more like derivative towards the comic book. I don't know. People like this season a lot, so I'm probably on the fence with it, but I just want to make sure that it's not exactly how I see it's going to come out, because that's what you hate the most. You're always looking for curveballs and things like that. That's my review.